Coffee Break with me. Woo! Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel. How are you today? Today I am here with a double review and I was going to split it up into two, but I am so tired, you guys. I'm like, screw this. This is gonna be one video and we're just gonna get it out of the way. I think this is the last video I'm actually filming until I take my little break. If you haven't noticed by the title already or my cute picture in the front, this is going to be a review on two products, two brand new products that everyone is talking about. Actually, I've only heard a few people talk about one of these products, but they are the Nars Dual Intensity Blushes and the Makeup Forever Pro Sculpting Duos. You guys, first of all, everyone's talking about these. I'll let you know my thoughts on those in a minute. I haven't heard very many people talk about these, and these are pretty awesome. I mean, pretty freaking awesome. How much are they anyway? Let me see. So let's talk about those first, since you haven't heard people talk about that. You've probably already heard about these Nars blushes over and over again. So I'm gonna talk about this other one first, and then we'll go talk about the Nars ones. But these are $39, and they come in two shades. Look at me, I'm not even warning you, I'm just bringing you into my face. So, welcome to my face. You can tell how tired I am because I'm so like scatterbrained. So these are a new product to Makeup Forever, and they are gel to powder formula. So this is unlike any other texture you've ever felt before. In fact, when you swipe your finger in them, it kind of reminds me of, what does it kind of remind me of? It has the texture of like the Makeup Forever shadows or like the Makeup Geek shadows, like the foiled shadows. It's like that really gel smooth, silky powder. And they're so beautiful. These are sculpting duos, so I wouldn't recommend them for contouring. These are for bronzing up the skin and highlighting whatever areas of the face you want to highlight. They come in two shades. The first shade is for light to medium skin tones, and then the second shade is for medium to deep skin tones. Did that stop me from getting both? Absolutely not, because you guys know there's no rules in makeup application, and as long as you use the proper technique to applying things, there shouldn't be a reason why a product gets held back or you're not allowed to use it. So this is what the two compacts look like. The one in this hand is the light, or number one, and it has a frosty pink highlight and then just a chocolatey brown bronzer. And this is the number two, or for medium to deep skin tones, and that has a gold highlight and again a chocolatey deep bronzer. The formula of these powders is so silky soft and incredible. I mean, it's love at first swatch. The reason that I wanted to share these with such excitement is because this gold highlight is actually a dupe for MAC's Whisper of Guilt and Estee Lauder's Heat Wave, which so many of you like regret never getting your hands on it. So it's the same exact color. I still regret not getting Whisper of Guilt, but I do have Heat Wave, and I do have to say I kind of like this one better. So these are products, these are gel to powder formula. They're easy to blend out. That's why they say they're mistake proof. So let me just show you guys some quick swatches. This is number one. It's the pink one, which is for the lighter skin tones. And look at my finger. I mean, right? Look at this swatch. The formula of the, or the finish of the bronzer is, it's matte, but it's so creamy, it almost feels like a satin finish. Those are the swatches on the back of my hand. Obviously they're heavy and you wouldn't do them like that on your skin. You would blend them out nicely, but that's the beauty of these products, is that the way that it's formulated, it's mistake proof. You put it on your skin, if you mess up, you can easily buff around it and it doesn't like mess up your makeup. So that's the highlight. Do you see how beautiful that is? The bronzer on this one is a little orange for my taste, but like I said, with the light hand and some blending out, there's no reason why you couldn't use it. And then number two is this one. I'm actually wearing both of these colors on my face right now, and let me tell you guys, this is the gold highlight. look, do you see that sheen? And then this is the bronzer. Again, they are matte, but you could see, do you see that sheen in the bronzer itself? It's almost like a satin sheen to it. Let's swatch that right here. So these are these two colors right here. So you see the sheen in that gold highlight. I know gold highlights are intended for people with medium to deeper skin tones, but there should be no reason why someone with fair to light skin tones can't wear a gold highlight. You just want to make sure that you don't put it on too thick, because then it doesn't look like a highlight. It looks more like you put eyeshadow in the wrong place. So you could see the colors there. How beautiful are those highlights? It has taken me a really long time to get this excited about a highlighter in a while. Like it's been a hot minute that I've gotten this excited. It has been kind of like, I don't want to say flop after flop, but I haven't tried a highlighter in a long time that really took my breath away, like these two right here. And to be quite honest, the reason I bought both of them is because of the highlight shade in the compact itself. Because you could tell I'm not going to get very much use out of these like really warm brown bronzers. I love the texture and I love the formula, and I think they're going to be brilliant as transition shades, but as a bronzer, I don't see myself reaching for that half of the compact very much, if at all. But oh, you guys, the highlighter. So basically it was an investment. I paid $39 for each highlight. But the bronze, you guys, the bronze, if you guys like bronzer, I'm just so fair and, well, I guess I'm light. I'm so light complected that I'm scared to use bronzers because I feel like they're gonna make me look dirty. So I skip it all together. And then I wanna talk to you guys about the two Nars Dual Intensity blushes that I hauled. And I thought that I would smush together these two reviews because they are complexion products or cheek products. But you've already probably seen a lot of videos on these Nars blushes. I just kind of wanted to give you guys my 2 cents. I picked up 2 of these. I got the color Adoration and Fervor, and they were the 2 pink ones. I think there are 8. I want to say that there are 8 in the collection. These are permanent. They're not limited edition, but they are such a big investment that I wanted to give you guys my 2 cents. So basically, it's $45 for a compact that comes with 2 different colors. The formula of these blushes is the same exact formula as the Dual Intensity eyeshadows that came out, I believe, last year. And so the novelty about this product is that it could be used wet or dry. The problem with this product is that it is a product that requires technique on application. So if you don't have the time or the patience or the proper tools to use it, you might find yourself a little frustrated. And that kind of happened to me. I knew what I was getting into because the same thing happened to me with the eyeshadows at the beginning. I just thought I was gonna dip my brush in there, apply my eyeshadow, and be done with it. But they do require a certain technique or special tools to use. And I'm not so sure that I'm very much sold on the whole use them wet and use them dry thing. So the formula of these is special because it allows you to use them wet for a sheer wash of color, and it allows you to use them dry for a more intense application. I'm actually wearing one today. I'm wearing the darker shade in the Fervor palette, this one right here. And it took me a couple of tries to find a brush that really applied it in a way that I liked it. For these products, you do want to use a stiffer brush. In fact, Nars curated a brush specifically for these blush palettes so that you would be able to apply them perfectly without struggling and to be able to use it wet or dry. The brush is short, it's dense, and it's more of a stiff bristle brush so that you can really buff the color into the skin. So each of these palettes is $45. Each of these palettes has 2 colors, and each of these palettes can be used wet or dry. So essentially you're getting 4 different blushes in each palette. It's $45. So would I say it's worth the hype? I would say if you're not like a die-hard Nars fan or a die-hard makeup enthusiast, I would say skip these because it's a little bit of trouble to use, and I don't see like the whole I think it's awesome that you could use them wet or dry, but I don't see people using makeup so much so that they're like, oh, today I'm gonna put it wet and tomorrow I'm gonna use it dry. You know, it almost seems a little gimmicky. Although Nars has been really focusing on complexion and making your skin just look absolutely beautiful and natural, I don't know. I think most of us that are like makeup junkies, we want that color and that impact and gratification, instant gratification. And this kind of takes a little bit of work or getting used to. So if you use them wet, you basically can wet the product. I would suggest probably wetting your brush and then kind of making a little paste in your compact and then putting it into the skin, and it just creates a wash of color. It's very sheer. I wouldn't suggest doing it after you've already done your powder, so you kind of have to consider that step, that in-between step. But also, if you are a person that likes to wear really natural makeup, you might like this product because let's say you just spot conceal around your face and then you want a little bit of rosiness, you could wet your blush a little bit and just put it on your naked skin. So right now Nars is really approaching that natural skin-like, embrace your natural skin-like appearance. And that's when these really come into play. But I'm not like a huge fan. They're beautiful and they're pretty, but I kind of had a hard time with them and I keep playing around with them and I'm still just like, I don't know if I like them. I'm not crazy about them. So I tried these 3 brushes with them and I want to say that the MAC 127 I really liked. So basically I just went back and forth, like literally I went ham on the compact. I don't know if you guys could see. I basically abused it. I went ham, back and forth, and then I buffed it into my skin. You guys know when you put blush on, you go like this? You just kind of like puppy lick your cheeks. I literally did this, like buffed until I built up the color to exactly how I wanted it. So it's not something that's gonna be like one swipe and you're done. You really have to buff it into the skin. But I love how it looks. I mean, it looks really graceful, really natural. It doesn't fade or wear off throughout the day. So it almost feels like a stain type. If you see, it really does look like if you were wearing a liquid stain on the cheeks. That's kind of the effect that it gives you. And they're mostly metallic, like almost like a metallic or shimmery compact or color, but it doesn't look that way on the skin. It's pretty awesome. A lot of these compacts come with like a highlighter shade in the compact, so that's pretty cool. So if you were looking for like a one-stop shop, you'll have your blush and your highlight in one palette. But I don't know, you guys. I'm not really sold. I don't know if I'm really on board with paying $45 for 2 products that take a lot of work. Well, not a lot of work, but you know, they take kind of some skill. Or, oh, look at this color. How beautiful is that color? Those 2 that I swatched right there are the palette in Adoration. So you could see the beautiful pink shade and then the hot pink. And then the other palette that I got, Fervor, is definitely my favorite. I have never seen a color like the one that I'm wearing today. The lighter shade, it's like a peachy pink. That's on my middle finger right there. And that kind of reminds me of Orgasm without glitter. And then look at this color. Oh, Lord. That's the most beautiful color. You can see how heavy it swatches, but then look how it translates to the skin. This is the one that I'm wearing right now. Do you see what I'm saying? You finger swatch it and it is really smooth, really creamy, like a beautiful satin, almost shimmery finish. But once you buff it onto the skin, it's almost like a stain, like a wash of color. So that is it for this review on these 2 products. You guys, oh, these are awesome. The highlighter is awesome. I don't know about the bronzer. If you like orangey bronzers, maybe you'll like it, but the highlight in those compacts is unbelievable. The Nars Dual Intensity blushes, do I like them? Absolutely. Am I gonna return them? No. Am I gonna keep using them? Totally. But are they worth the hype? Probably not so much. It's not a life-changing product, and they are $45 a piece. So I would say, if you're curious to try them, go to the store, swatch all of them, and then find your right combination and get that one that you know you're gonna keep reaching for. I don't think that you need to invest in the brush that Nars has. I think it's $45, but you do wanna check your brush stash and see if you have like a dense bristle brush so that you could really get in there and really buff the product in nicely into the skin. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. All of these products will be linked in the description box below. Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And as always, if you guys found this video useful, entertaining, or learned something, please give me a thumbs up or subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, this coffee break is over. Bye guys!